You are killing your viewer retention in the first 10 seconds of your video. It seems harmless when you are putting your video script together when you're filming, but it causes friction that pushes the viewer away. And remember, if the viewer doesn't stick around for at least 30 seconds, YouTube doesn't even count it as a view. They came, they started to watch, they promptly abandoned the video. That does not show up as a view. So when you look at your analytics and you're like, I only got 15 views on this video, you probably had a lot more, but they left in the first 30 seconds. When that keeps happening, your overall channel starts to decline. YouTube is not showing your videos to more people. You are not growing your channel. You're losing people. So in this video, I'm going to show you what is causing that drop off, what to stop doing, and what to start doing instead. Let's start with what not to do. I see this all the time in my community. A lot of people have branding overload. There was one agent that had the name of her company in 2-foot high letters stuck on the wall behind her. So the entire time that we're watching her speak, all we see is the company name above her head. Other people will have framed logos on the shelf behind them or hanging on the wall, or they're wearing a shirt that has the logo or their hat. They've got all of this branding and they're not verbally introducing themselves, but it just comes across as so salesy and very self-promotional. And if you're honest with yourself, when you look at your analytics, you will see that people are abandoning the video at the very beginning. Nobody wants to feel like they're being subjected to a sales pitch before you even get to the good stuff in your video. Another thing that we don't do anymore, we did this early back in the day, but for years it has not worked. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. This was a video that we did in my team where we said, welcome to the video. Here's what it's going to be about. And then we did this little montage where it said, welcome to a new series by the Georgia Coast Homes team. And it said presented by, and on the next screen was the company logo. This started at 13 seconds. At 30 seconds, we had lost more than a third of our viewers. We were down to 67% retention. Why? Because we immediately made it all about us. It's not must-see TV. It's not a TV show where we open with the first scene and then we do the Friends song and the whole opening shebang, the montage. This is not that. We don't want that anymore. So if you have a little branding montage with your name and your company, and it plays some cute music and it's got your logo and it's 10, oh, heaven forbid, 15, 20 seconds long, stop using it immediately. You lose people every time that thing starts to play. The only people who can get away with it are people that have 3 million subscribers on their channel. If you have 100 subscribers on your channel, I'm telling you to ditch it now. It does not work anymore. So what do we want to do instead? I have a little acronym for what I consider to be the perfect hook format. And the acronym is RACE. So we are going to start with the reward. We are going to say something at the very beginning of the video that confirms that what I promised with the title and thumbnail is actually what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I am reassuring you that you are in the right place. You made the right decision by clicking on this video. If your title and thumbnail said one thing, and then you start talking and it's very, very different, they feel tricked or they feel like, did I click on the wrong thing by accident? I saw a good example of this yesterday. The title and the thumbnail were very negative. It was a very FOMO-based title, which got the click. She had a lot of clicks on this video, but then it was like, hi, welcome to my fun, happy, sunshiny video. And what she was delivering in the first 30 seconds was lovely. It did not match the promise of the title and the thumbnail. And so now we understood, why is everybody leaving in the first 30 seconds? Because you did not deliver on the promise. So whatever you say at the very beginning of the video, it needs to reassure them that yes, what I promised with the title and the thumbnail is what we will be talking about in this video. A is for agitate. We want to stir the pot a little bit. We are talking about what the problem is, and we want to like stick the knife in and dig it around a little bit. We want to agitate the problem so that they really are feeling, oh, this is a problem. I need to solve it. This is a terrible question that I don't know the answer to. I need to learn the answer. So before we go straight to here's the answer to your question, let me solve all of your problems, we want to spend a little bit of time in the problem part of it, because the more they feel that like tension in their body, the more they'll go, oh, when you answer the question for them. C is for cost. What is the cost of ignoring this? What is the cost of not fixing it? So if your video is about waiting until June to put your house on the market, and now is February, and we're trying to say, no, you need to list your house now. If you wait until the prime moving season has already passed, you're going to be giving up a lot of potential buyers. We want to talk about the cost of not doing the thing, of not making the decision, of not solving the problem. We want to spend enough time talking about the problem and the cost of not fixing it, that when we come along and enter the fix, enter the explanation of how we are going to fix this for them, that keeps people watching. That overall format in your opening hook is designed to get people to click on the video and then stick around past that 30-second mark. And it's so interesting because if they stay to at least 30 seconds, they typically stay to the end of the video. It's getting them to stay the first 30 seconds that is so hard. But you'll see once they hit that 30-second mark, there were some up and downs along the way, but for the most part, it was fairly steady to the very end. That's what we want. So if we can keep them watching through 30 seconds, the likelihood of them staying until the very end is much, much greater. But you won't get the click in the first place if your title stinks. So I'm putting this video on the screen now, all about how to write better titles that will get people to click in the first place. And then if you know how to hook them in the first 30 seconds, you're going to be onto something. So watch this video next.